by map differential because all of our 20 teams are so close together in skill right now.
Last season, that was the case. You had to get the abacus out on the desk to just figure out what's going on, who's going to go how far. But it still matters for Dallas. They can't throw in the towel. They have to get the win here. We have AKM back into the mix, and so we will be running this 3 tank, 3 support strategy for fuel.
It's the Sombra in there as well, so it's a 3-2-1. Sombra being a utility hero. You've got 3 supports, 2 tanks, 1. She's classified as a damage dealer, but really a lot of the times you're using it to get hacks, to disable abilities, to single out targets, and then of course her ultimate makes sure that nobody on the opposing team who gets hit by it can use any abilities. So she's kind of a utility hero. We'll see what Guangzhou wants to run. They're in spawn, so they can change at any given time.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and spot real quick. They even get the Sonic Arrow out there just to see through the walls, catch anybody out that was trying to set a trap, and that was Dallas Fuel there, holding very aggressively all the way up on the payload. Really want to make the charge fight for every step here at the beginning.
Now, this has been a predominant strategy on Route 66. If you lose this fight, you can still set up, again, on the defense where you generally used to set up. So now it's just no ground given for free here. Make the offense fight for every inch. And so far, no inches gained.
So far, the Sombras, okay. Hoppa will finally make his way into the fight. RCK only just now going to jump in as well, but both of them were just kind of sitting in stealth, invisible, waiting for an opening to present itself. Happy doing a good job of getting that energy online, so he will start to hurt. Right now, the Fuel just gonna get run over. Happy's perspective, it is gonna be the one-to-one trade, but they managed to pick off the key. Only issue being here is that the Fuel have got a long way to run back. If they die,
trades will favor the offense in this specific situation because the respawn point is right back behind that diner right there, so they can wait for reinforcements. They should have a small advantage here while the Dallas support Zenyatta trying to get back. Zenyatta is slow here, so some progress will be made on this payload.
It's kind of funny that he's slow, though, just considering his feet don't actually touch the ground. He should be able to just run right through. EMP, and a big one. Catches out the Fuel, they're gonna get wiped out. When an EMP hits, you are silenced, you are hacked, you're not able to use your abilities. So that obviously makes you a very squishy target.
Yeah, especially these tanks who rely so heavily on their abilities to shield each other, being the Zarya or the Reinhardt, and then you don't have Discord Orb. It just affects tanks and supports so much more than it does some of your damage-dealing heroes. Going to be another fight, though. RCK is getting himself in position, calling out where the opposing team is, and he's ready to use that EMP. And Dallas has plenty of ability to follow up on this.
Especially when they're all grouped up together, the charge. So he's taking his time right now, waiting for the proper moment.
The Charger going back to spawn. They're changing up.
They're just waiting this out. Hotpa gonna be on that Diva, and here it is. The EMP straight on through, and immediate destruction on the Charge's side. Great coordination here on the Fuel to pounce, not giving the Charge an instant to react.
What you want to see after an EMP1 fight is all your other ultimates still up. It can be such a defining ultimate that if you get the right targets in EMP and you get the correct follow-up, you don't have to use anything else, which is somewhat a rarity in Overwatch right now. A lot of combo pieces, a lot of ultimates used together to win fights. EMP can be a game changer in that way.
Well, Charge, they know this as well. They've got the ults online on their side of things. Charge just a little bit off in terms of the sound barrier, but now we're gonna see who's gonna slip up first. Both teams know. And Shu finding the kill on Unko is a fantastic start. No Zenyatta in play, no Transcendence, so they're going to try and capitalize on this. Getting the grab out there. Transcendence eventually gonna wear off on Shu's side, but the shield there to block it. Zachary, though, eats an inch. Well, he eats the shatter, and that's gonna be it. Charge, they've succeeded in breaking the defense.
They forced out a defensive Graviton too. They all got grabbed, and it's actually a smart defensive Graviton because there's no ranged damage at that point. They're all just staring at each other, but you called it exactly right. They knew that the opposing team did not have Transcendence, which is great to use when you're all clumped up. It does healing over a wide area, does healing at a very high rate, and it's generally thought of as the counter to getting Graviton Surge. They got that early kill from Shu, who's not just an Ana apparently, and then they go right off of it.
That was the big play, and that has unlocked the first point for the Charge. Now it's on Dallas to hold here. 3 points total on this map. So the Charge off to a solid start. 2.5 minutes on the clock. Another EMP comes through here from RCK, but the sound barrier goes off, and it will succeed in keeping them alive, although Rio does go down. Pop up, trying to back off, trying to play it safe. He will hang in there, and the rest of the Charge are just getting out here, waiting for their Ryan to come back to life. that one kill, if your focus fire is good on the fuel side, you get that EMP off. If you can take the Rhine out, that's pretty much a one fight.
Now going into the next defense for Dallas, they will be able to have a Graviton and a Transcendence. Offensively, they're going to have the combo piece we were talking about up. They've got a Graviton and they've got a Self-Destruct. It can be a game-winning combination, but you got to find a way to knock the shield down so that you can get that damage through.
So very curious to see how this is all going to pan out. Chara, the one to pick it up on RCK. And right now the Charge will be able to work together. They're going to gather them all up. Do they manage to eliminate the shield? No, they do not. Instead, it's going to be the counter Shatter going straight in on OG. He gets nailed, and the rest of the team are going to fall apart here on the fuel side of things. The difficulties continue, but there is still a lot of ground to cover here until the second point. That's the advantage with holding so far up on the fuel side. They're going to be able to get another fight out of this.
We were talking about Rio on his Winston on the last map, but so far his Reinhardt has been exquisite this map. He's getting his Earth Shatter up every 1 minute and about 30 seconds. He's got 5 Earth Shatter kills, meaning his knockdowns have led to 5 eliminations. So he's just outplaying. He's hitting these shatters. OG looking for some redemption. He's got his Shatter up as well.
He's got to figure it out here. Has to dodge that shield somehow. Rio hanging in. OG trying to stay right on top of him, trying to build it up. But there's still progress getting made on the cart. Nobody here to contest for the fuel, and they're just holding at the door. It's only now that they're going to move in, and that's off the EMP. Shu just gets the headshot. RCK's out of it.
What a
no
job.
follow-up. That is the high-value target.
I think going forward in the league, we have to keep an eye on Shu as a flex support because this has been a masterclass in both Ana and Zenyatta. Graviton comes in. Follow-up from Happy. Able to get it in there.
This could work. I mean, the trance has been forced by Unko, so he will be getting the ult out, but there's high damage possible here for Happy. He is charged up with energy. And there's the counter EMP getting thrown into the mix. Fully wiped, fully hacked on the fuel side. 2 big kills make that a third. And this is going to be it for the fuel. A second point will get picked up here by the Charge. And they will have a chance now to push it to the third and final point of Route 66. Minute and a half on the clock.
Well, Shu is doing so much damage on his Zenyatta. He's getting Transcendence up every single minute that passes. He's done a lot of work so far. Shu's going to have that Transcendence up right now. Going to need it because AKM's going to be looking to get this Graviton in. Grav just follows right in. Transcendence immediately there.
Yeah, no hesitation whatsoever. Shu just throws it out there. So they will counter 1 with 1. The rally goes off as well from Kib. And he is just powering forward. No hesitation on his side of things. Needs to back up to give his teammates a little bit of that armor. They do get a bit of the bonus HP. And now they're just going to keep pressing forward here, Charge. They've got 1 good push in them. They're getting all the kills. They're ahead by 16 kills, 26-10. So the fuel, they're doing a good job. Despite not getting kills, they're doing a good job of stalling the payload out. Now it's about winning a fight here for the fuel, ending this map.
Happy, another Graviton comes in. They're going to try to get some follow-up. Not quite there. Able to demech RCK. Is it going to be enough? Shatters are exchanged. No one on the ground from them, though.
No, neither one affected. The shields were up. Rio's got to be careful. Doesn't want to die. He will survive a little while longer. And that payload now getting very close to the third point on this map. Zachary looking for the cheeky sleep. Not going to find it. And now it's going to be the Nano. OG going to do a lot of damage here, but he's missing his charge. Pinned up against the wall. The rest of his team spread out behind him. Self-destruct gets thrown up in the air by RCK. Will not find a kill. And it looks like we did manage to eat the Grav. AKM not going to get that ult off. Instead, it's Kib taking down the kill on OG, and that's pretty much going to snuff it.
They got another self-destruct in the back to try to zone out. They've got a Graviton should they need it to keep people off of the cart, and now it is going all the Charge way as they continue to push through. Desperation ultimates coming out, just trying to get pressure on the cart, but not long for this world as Unko falls. Now it's just a matter of time. Rio swinging the hammer. Guangzhou Charge will complete Route 66.
Once again, an excellent performance here from the Charge. We're surprising us all with this performance. We're going to take a quick break and we'll find out if Dallas can fight back after that. The Charge have won the series. Now let's see if they can win the final map to be played in it. The Fuel now are going to be the ones on the offense with the Charge on the defense. And well, so far the Charge have been looking very remarkable.
It seems like they've got the recipe as far as how they've built this team. I believe the best teams in the Overwatch League have a star player at every one of the roles. And so you've got Shu, who's looking like a star. You've got Rio, who's looking like a star. And you've got Happy, who when damage dealers are necessary can do it. And his Zarya has been much improved and much better than I thought it would be. Then you've got supplemental players who are all doing their job at a very high level. It's everything you need. That's how you build a team. Frontline all-star potential, backline all-star potential, damage dealer all-star potential.
And we're seeing the effects here. Downless Fuel, there was high hopes coming into this series despite the shakiness in the roster. Was expecting to see a different level out of them, but that is just not the case. The Charge slamming the door shut. And now let's see it. Are the Fuel going to be able to make any progress with the payload, or is this going to go south? Already getting a bit of variety here. AKM will find the headshot to kick things off. That's Chara on the Mercy. Out of the fight immediately, only to get straight hit back. Surprise! Happy with the headshot.
Goes down, exchanging blows from our snipers. The Widowmaker play has been exceptional.
How has Kip survived? Is it just me, or does he just, I mean, he's just hiding in back, like, please don't find me.
By a wing and a prayer.
He's hanging out, and well, we've got 2 kills now on the board for OG. Kib doing a good job. AKM and Happy on your screens now. Not a whole lot of talking going on from either one. Just here to do a job. And while this is a different approach coming in from the Fuel, not every day that we get to see Roadhog in action.
Well, this reminds me a lot of the compositions we used to see on Junkertown in the last year's metagame, where you put a Bastion on the cart, and then you can get double snipers as well, which Hanzo is considered a sniper, bow and arrow, Widowmaker, of course, considered a sniper, sniper rifle, and then you put your flex support onto a Roadhog, and he can heal himself, so you don't have to have the attention of your only support, which would be Closer in this situation.
Well, a nice hack on RCK to kick things off. That's the Diva out of the mix immediately. And so Unko on the high ground here. But they don't even need to show themselves at this point, the Charge. They can just hang around. So long as they're contesting on the payload, they don't need to risk getting killed. Hoppa will be able to back off and stay alive.
Hoppa just adding to his hero pool now as he's going to be on the Sombra for this Guangzhou Charge. Has got his EMP ready. But right now, Dallas is so spread out that EMP might be hard to hit.
Oh, and it might be a little late to throw that in now. Too many kills here for the Dallas Fuel, just like that. Able to make it work. The Valk is out for Closer. Battle Valk, Battle Mercy, let's go. And that's a bunch of kills picked up for the Fuel, and that will unlock the first point for them. So the change of strategy seems to be panning out for them.
Yeah, so far, when you get those double sniper compositions, you want to set them up on different points so you can get a little bit of a crossfire. Call those sight lines. You don't want to be seeing the other sniper, so if you peek one and you're trying to go the other way, then the other one can see you. I'm trying to get them into an area where they can't really avoid both at the same time.
Zachary just applying a little bit of pressure on the high ground. There's the EMP, there's the initiate. RCK instantly deleted, chucked in with the dragons to try and counter it. That's not going to be good enough. All the kills going on the board here for the Charge. And Zachary will get deleted. So the Charge able to make it work. AKM all by his lonesome. And just like that, we'll see the whole change up of strategy. Unko over to the Zen. We've got OG on the Rhine. Gonna be back to the tried and true.
Yeah, it was fun for a while, but they've used all their abilities, and now it's just difficult. Now Dallas, because they've changed up their strategies, are going to not have the same level of ultimates that the Charge are. Ultimates charging through healing and damage, so when you switch to a new hero, that charge does not come with you.
And an early scout from Hoppa, so they know exactly what's coming, Charge. They're not gonna get caught off guard. Hoppa able to transmit the roster change back to the rest of his team, and so now we're on the high ground here with the Charge. Happy just gets to lob grenades down, and he is fully energized, so he's going to be doing quite a bit of damage.
Well, the Energize just backs off a little bit.
Oh, there's the money shot. That was a sick grab. Both of the targets, high-value targets that he eliminates immediately, and the Fuel have to back off.
And they're in there on the chase, and right now they might even get AKM last second. Yeah, they're going all the way to the spawn doors. Show a disrespect, just gonna camp right outside there. They cleaned them all up, and I think this is where they want to play their defense. Yeah, they forced Dallas out of the secondary door here, and now we're back to the gas station known as Big Earl's. See how long that the Charge want to stick in here. They have got a great ultimate economy right now. Several different massive abilities to work with. Dallas going to try to outpace them and outmaneuver them.
Not going to happen. Rio, Johnny on the spot. Has the shield up. Teammates are going to be able to hide behind him. And now it's on the Fuel to somehow get some ults online. Rio still looking for that shatter play. Got a chance. Yep. Catches him looking the wrong way. Trance gets forced here by Unko. And it's RCK even throwing in the self-destruct, hoping to catch somebody out. That's not going to be the case. Shu is going to use his trance, and we're getting the proper delays thrown in. Hoppa even following it up with the EMP, and that's going to be it. OG, dead.
Under 2 minutes for Dallas Fuel to salvage something out of this already lost match, trying to get themselves a map win to not fall too far behind in differential. They're going to have some ultimates coming online. This is the ultimates that you want to use to try to catch a big team fight win. ACAM nearing grab. Zach can make them all happy and healthy with a rally. Give everybody armor and some speed to go with it.
And a pep talk.
And a pep talk, yeah.
Gotta rally the troops. Gather round. Let's go get him. And that's exactly the thought as the Ryans go charging into each other. The grab is there for the Fuel as well. 2 kills for the Fuel, and that's the opening they were looking for. Like Charge, because they're holding so close, they will be able to challenge again before this payload makes it to the second point. 60 seconds on the clock here for the Dallas Fuel. Now it's getting down to that moment where it's going to have to be picture perfect for them.
Dallas only had to use the 2 ultimates there. Rally used to last a little longer. The armor would stay there. Now it does decay after 30 seconds, so that armor will be ticking downwards as they go into the next fight. And it does look like Hoppa is looking to get in position to at least get a hack going on here. He's not quite near EMP yet.
No, but he is off on the sides. Was spotted out there, looks like. May be able to work his way back around. Yep, to the back line. If he can get a hack on Unko, that would be huge. Still on the hunt. Well, now it's going to be the grab, followed by the sound barriers on both teams. Both of these targets going to be difficult to kill, but Rio charging in, gets focused immediately. Along with the Discord Orb, that's going to pay perfect dividends, and AKM ready to melt him. The charge doesn't... Oh! Does decide. Hoppa decides to throw in the EMP.
He went for it. Absolutely went for it. If they still had Rio up, I wouldn't have minded it, but Rio... The Transcendence came out a little bit late from Shu, so Rio died early on in that engagement. They throw in the EMP. I wonder if they're going to make a little bit of a switch here. Yes, they are. That's why you end up using EMP. Sometimes when you see ultimate abilities not used to their greatest potential, it means that they're going to switch heroes anyway. Might as well use it. Might as well. There's no point in dying with it.
Yeah, see if you can get some value out of it. So Hoppa back on the Diva. The 2-ton mech is in play. RCK mirroring him. We have 3 ults online now for Fuel though, so this is going to be it. Minute on the clock once again. And it's on AKM. Gets that grab in there. Perfectly done. Excellent cleanup coming in here from the Fuel. All the kills go their way. And now have 50 seconds to push this payload to the 3rd point and tie up this map.
And their 3-3 has looked pretty solid on this offense. They're able to win these team fights without overcommitting ultimate abilities. Again, only needed grab there. Now they still have a shatter. They've still got rally. Still got a lot to work with.
Happy's got to be careful. Doesn't want to go down here. We're getting very close. Sub 30 seconds now for the Fuel. They've got the edge. Happy has got the grab. He could throw that in here to try and stall things out. We have the Trance online as well for Shu, so they're starting to get some tools here for the Charge to use to bolster this defense. Happy on the angle, will be able to protect his teammate. Trance goes out as well. Self-destruct will find nothing, and we'll have the counter grab getting thrown in. The Fuel must survive, and Zachary comes so close to dying, but the Trance used by Unko keeps him alive. Zachary and OG, though, dropping dangerously low. They're on the hunt, and a double! Unko and AKM get blown up by Hoppa. Not going to work here for the Fuel, and now they're at risk of getting swept. 4-0 possible for the Charge, and it's looking likely. Nobody alive for the Fuel, and the Charge will succeed. Clean victory for the Charge. 4-0 win over the Fuel.
Guangzhou able to sustain long enough in that final fight to get the tools they needed to work with, to get the Transcendence up to stay alive, to get that self-destruct, which eventually won them that map. And a rough 4-0 Dallas Fuel, but Guangzhou's got to feel good looking forward. They put on a pretty impressive display.
Definite progress being made from this team, and well, getting a bit ahead of himself there. It's on the winners to go for the walk. And so we will get the handshakes here from both of these teams, but the Charge have got to feel very good about how things have turned out today. Downless Fuel, I mean, Closer, no worries, man. It happens, it happens. All right, Closer and the rest of the Fuel back to the drawing board for them. They've got to figure out what they need to do.
You talk about just the entire roster. Kib's been able to play versatile. Then you have Hotbro, which we haven't even mentioned enough. Played Tracer, played Sombra, played Diva at very high levels. I mean, this whole roster seems like it's really rounding itself out in front of our eyes.
Yeah, no, this is definitely shaping up to be a team to keep your eye on. The Charge, they have impressed, but we're going to go ahead and hand it over to Emily now for a winner interview.
Hey guys, it's Emily here with Kib. Congratulations to you and the Guangzhou Charge.
Thank you.
So this was the first time that we've officially seen you here at the Overwatch stage. So how does it feel to celebrate that with your first team win?
It feels amazing, honestly, playing on this stage, and especially with this team. I never imagined getting into Overwatch League with this kind of team, but after getting in, settling in, playing with them, it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, one of the questions that was on everyone's mind was, you know, this is one of the most diverse teams in Overwatch. So how did you guys communicate? Like, was, you know, comms and shot calls difficult for you guys?
I guess at the first, like when we all got signed and went to the boot camp in China, it was a little rough. But as soon as we got to like Korea and came to LA, it really thinned out, and like our comms are actually really well going into every single scrim match, and I'm really confident about our comms now.
Awesome. And just curious, how fluent is your Chinese?
Terrible. It's terrible.
All right, maybe next time. Well, congratulations again. Thank you, Kib. Semmler and Hex, back to you guys.
Good man, Kib, good man. No hesitation on his side, didn't even try to fluff it.
You respect the honesty. You have to respect the honesty. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses.
Good man. So let's go ahead and take a look at our player of the match now. This is the player that stood out in all aspects, brought to you by Ohm and by HP, and it is Rio. I don't think this comes as a shock to you, Hex.
I think it's so important to have a main tank player who can play all the different main tanks for all the reasons I mentioned already, but also it doesn't telegraph your strategy. You're not bringing in one guy and they know, oh, they're going to run this composition. Yeah. You keep Rio in all the time and you have no idea what composition they're going to run around. And Guangzhou is one of those teams that have shown they can run the standard compositions that everyone else can run. They can run a different variation of it. They can run the completely other side of the field, but he had stats on every different hero. And at first his Reinhardt looked a little shaky here and there, but as the day went on, he just got better and better.
I mean, it's not every day you're seeing a Rein pull in 26 final blows. I mean, that's a sick performance on his side. It means that not only is he keeping his team up, he's getting the kills as well to help him out. Hey, my boy, Jonathan Larsson, reinforce. Guangzhou Charge is the most entertaining team in the league. So many threats, Happy, Rio, Hoppa, Shu, fun compositions, highlight playmakers. I mean, this is all true, Johnny. Thank you.
Who else? Who would know better about tank play than Johnny? Of course, a former professional tank player himself. But I think what he really highlighted is that it's the youngest team in the league. And this Guangzhou team had told me, they're like, we just want to be as competitive as possible. We have our goals realistically set. We're all about growing for the future. Right now, it looks like they picked out the right young core of talent.
I'm always so on the fence about that mentality. You know, it's like, oh, we're just thinking about the future. It's like, no, get it done now. But clearly, something's working for them. Yeah. Another team to keep an eye on is going to be coming up next. That's Chengdu. And they're going to be playing against the Seoul Dynasty. So Chengdu Hunters versus Seoul Dynasty will be our final match in the studio today. And I mean, that's going to be a barn burner as well.
Dallas beat Seoul, Chengdu beat,
how does this work
Guangzhou.
out?
I don't know. There's a whole circle of wins and losses, and it's hard to figure out. Give me a couple weeks, we might know who's good, but it's been fun so far.
Yeah, beginning of the season here, so keep tuning in. We'll see how it all goes down. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will be getting into the final match.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile. High ground or low ground, T-Mobile has you covered.